there's a prominent brother who was in the UK. Now he's in, I think, Qatar. His name's Ustadh Rahman. He's not yet. I think he follows Uthman Khamis, but anyway, who independent of whoever
Even
he
worse
follows.
for him. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What does he say?
So he says. So this was a debate between somebody from Muhajirun back in the day, and and the issue of ruling. So let me just play it.
Good. The second point that comes to a point is that if a country rules and say we're ruling by the book of Allah, and then they change it, this is just the worst it can be is that they're lying. If we find them open banks, letting people drink khamar, they're liars. They're not ruling by the book of Allah. But they never said that the khamar and the riba and everything is the rule of Allah. They never said that. One has to pay attention. They're not ascribing it to Allah, but they may be deceiving and lying to the people. That's the worst it could be. And Allah knows better.
So
what does it mean that is ascribed to Allah? Allah is clear about the usury is strictly haram. That's number one. Second, stop taking usury. Otherwise, Allah and His Messenger declare war on you. What does that mean? Meaning they are doing an act of war. They should be killed or crucified, etc., etc. So what does meaning the riba is not a ruling of Allah? The rule of China, or what's it? What is the meaning of the word? So they're obliged, if they're ruling with that Allah is to prevent usury from being permitted in the land, not permit giving licenses to usury banking, because such organizations you require license from the state so they can open their doors, the people can trust them under state control as an organization. Single man, maybe not. So he can do it in the back doors, but such institutions are permitted in the first place. That's the description, the central bank, this, all the this and this, and you have to comply to protect the general public and the currency. That's obvious. So they have to be, no license should be given to these countries give licenses to do with haram, which they ordered to prevent.
So, have you come across this before? That just trying to argue in this way that it's just lying.
That's first time. I don't know what I mean. They're saying. I don't understand what you mean. They don't say it from Allah. What do you mean? Is it from China or what's it? From where it is? The prohibition of using in the book of Allah and the Hadith Sunnah, Mutawatir, etc. Qat'i. One Qat'i is over Islam. Only the Qat'i is over Islam. Secondly, not only that is prohibited for everyone to do it, there is an order. فأذنوا بحرب من الله ورسوله. What do you mean حرب من الله ورسوله? يوم القيامة come with a sword, as some people claim? No. Allah ورسوله means the public authority. Allah ورسوله visited the public authority. Declare your war. Will treat you as a warrior. As Ibn Abbas said, if someone's caught doing usury, yeah, then it's an obligation of the first time to make his kitab and make sure that he understands what usury is, because some usury aspects are very hidden, very difficult. Next time, his neck has to be struck. There's no other clip. Only one time. You can say, everyone will say, I didn't know that's usury. It looks like this, it's a type of trade. No, it is this because of this and this and this. Until he brings evidence that we are wrong in our understanding. If it's established that it's the meaning of the hadith and the ayah, there is no doubt about that then. Okay, this time you'll be punished by confiscating the money and things like that. That's it. Next time, no excuse. His neck must be struck. Simple. So it's addressed to the public authority. فَأَذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. I declare you war, Allah and His Messenger. Allah is going to come down on a horse with a sword? No. Messenger will come out of the grave? No. What does it mean? The public authority is doing to do that. If the public authorities don't do that, then have nothing to do with Allah and His Messenger. They're kafirun. Simple. Straight. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. It's just from Allah, not from Allah, from China, from India. What does it mean? That's the ruling in Quran and Sunnah. And there's agreement between all scholars, the whole ummah, that riba is strictly prohibited. It's one of the mubiqat, of the major kaba'at. Besides many other hadiths which are the same right, but this is clear. يجتنبوا السبع الموبقات. Various are mentioned, the total may be 14, but every time the people can memorize 7, so he gives one time 7, but all of them have conjointly shirk, حقوق الوالدين, they have taking usury, consuming the wealth of an orphan, and then the others then vary from time to time. Sometimes he add this, sometimes this, just 4 or 6 are almost repeated, and 1 is added every time. If you get the total, it may become 14. But usury is one standard there, everywhere. أكل الربا وأكل مال اليتيم, consuming the money of the orphan. All of these are destructive sins. Not only major, they reach the level, the clear description of موبقات is clear. 7 لا ينفع معهن عمل وإن كثر. Whatever you do good deeds, it will be annihilated by these. Essentially like كفر, الشرك بالله, وقتل النفس التي حرم الله, وعقوق الوالدين, وأكل الربا, وأكل مال اليتيم, والتولي يوم الزحف, وقذف المحصنات الغافلات المؤمنات. This is the famous one. But then there's versions which Riba is mentioned, 2, 3, 4, and then others addition. You have to summarize all of them. Either search in the books of Hadith and so on, Shamila or something, or this phrase, لا ينفع معهن عمل وإن كثر, أو اجتنبوا السبع الموبقات أو الموبقات. And then you will find various. If you put all them together, the total will be 14, something like that. Good? السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.